all done the last 10 years after Ferguson. Worked for the government, about 8 of them.
Is that right? Is it running already? One of the things we're trying to figure out here is the stagecoach route. Do you remember any stories or?
Oh yeah, I was telling you the other day, that telephone went through Fort Smith, I don't know now. But the next Stevo place was station on the way down, and I guess on the way back. I never did find out for sure, but it's lodged up there now. So my grandma lived there, my great-grandma. She was one, I was telling you about being in church here.
Nancy Seabolt?
And she lived at the time. And my grandfather, great-grandfather, he was living.
What was his name?
Joseph.
Joseph Seabolt?
And, back them days, I suppose everybody's name was folk. They did after somebody in the Bible. Joseph.
Yeah.
Then he had a boy named Josiah.
Yeah, they were a pretty big family around here.
Yeah. But when she come to this country, she said there wasn't nobody lived here within 20 miles.
Is that right? She said that was the first place she lived was at Seabolt Inn?
Then she filed when the statehood become statehood, she filed that on where she lived there. That's her home. And you'll come out to it.
Yeah, is that right?
You know where you cross the bridge down there coming from Short this way?
Yeah.
Well, that all on the south side of the road was hers, and that on the north side, rode up to that house. Was hers. That Seabolt Cemetery, she gave that to this community. 5 acres.
Big sized land.
But it's about full now.
Yeah, all full.
The first 2 graves there was the rock graves. If you ever been up there, I know you know them. Them was 2 colored children, slave children. My grandpa used to work some colored folks. We lived down in the old home place. They lived right straight across the street with us. They'd walk down there to work. During that time, he was kind of one of the wealthiest men in the country. My grandfather. He had his own land, he had money, he had cattle and horses, hogs. Hogs just run wild, cattle they do.
Yeah.
One of the winners. Yeah,
man. What's your grandfather's name?
James Madison.
James Madison. That's your father's father or your mother's father?
Mother. Well, that's why I get my Indian. Are you got any Indian blood?
No.
Dutch.
Neither one. American.
Do you remember Jane, your grandfather's wife, what her name was?
Holly.
You don't have to remember her maiden name, given name. And he was an Indian?
Full blood.
Full blood. Cherokee? Did he live around this area?
Dan?
Yeah.
Dead. He's dead.
Yeah, I mean, did he live around here?
Oh, yeah.
Did he grow up
He
here?
lived down here. Well, he lived on my grandmother's place, in a house.
Old Montgomery?
The what?
Did you say he lived on Montgomery Place?
No, he lived on Seagull's place at that time. His mother's father. And well, he died several years ago. He had a big family. They all scattered out, but just down close here. One girl, she's Well, she's here now. She quit her man, and he quit her. And she come back here.
You were on the 1906 allotment.
Yeah.
Did you get allotted land? Where was that at? That's not in this area here, is it?
No, it's down in Norton.
On Mulder.
While I was singing young, I had nobody to see after me. I sold it, bought it all up. Houses and lots. Fast houses and lots of whiskey. I know you've heard the story about the Indians like firewater. They do. I got two boys, don't drink. This is here and the oldest boy. But they both had to quit. Oldest one had to quit on account of his heart.
You got two boys?
The four boys.
You got four?
One of them don't drink, he just girls. Just hold it there.
Mind me asking their names?
Oldest named Bill. Next one named Dallas Jr. Melvin. James.
Most of them still living around here?
One lives out of town, one lives again. And one of them in Garden City, Kansas, the other in Tyrone, Oklahoma. And two up there, both brothers. Then the James, he runs a little old factory. All of them have house branches. Melvin, he's working with fish construction company. Just lived here. He had laid off for the holidays. He had to work 11 days straight, go right on through Sunday. No, pick it up. Someone said, don't you hate to? No, he said, I'd just soon be working, laying around the house.
So that, you're saying that the old Nancy, the Seabolt Inn, that used to be called the swimmer place?
Mm-hmm. What about my grandpa's place? Swimming place. You see, my grandpa, when he and my grandma married, well, way before Stacy, well, he built this swimming pool. They had it staked off, I suppose. And when the fire, he filed on that. My grandma filed on the old place. The swimmers went to Mulder. I think that's where they went to. They had a daughter that lived down there and she died. They didn't go to Mulder. I don't know what it meant. Being a kid, I never been asked too many questions.
Yeah. So that stagecoach would go from Tahlequah to Fort Smith, that run there, and it would come up from the south
to come back up through there. Back I suppose through they call it Dory now, but that wasn't the name of the thing. Greenwood Junction. The railroad fork, and they call that the junction. One went into Fort Smith and then one went down June. At that time it was called Greenwood Junction. But it might have been some other name on it. And now they call it Dory. And that would have been a straight shot from Fort Smith back up to this old station. Come through there, come through Pine Mountain and right on over through the woods. Back them days, there wasn't such a thing as a graded road.
Yeah.
It all went by horseback and wagons, buggies and hacks, if you ever seen one. Did you see hack? You? Two-horse buggy. My grandpa had both of them. And I guess that's part of that. Well, they said he So well, he was him and one more guy in this country could go a fellow's bond, schedule a federal bond. Just two of them. They had to be worth so many $1,000 so they could do that. Well, he happened to be one of them.
Mm.
He went, him and one of my uncles went to school at a telephone. Well, have you been to South?
Yeah.
You've been down to the new theater down under there, right?
I think so.
Well, now, where he went to school, it's like the guy for Tennessee, before that boys' town burned down.
Yeah.
And the girls did too, later. But they both went to school, grandpa and one of my uncles.
Is that when I was in Indian school?
I used to have their pictures where they all graduated. Just a boy moving here and yonder and running around. I don't know who got it. I guess go up whoever got it. Didn't even think I could think of the name of it, but I can't. But I've heard Grandpa talk about how all the boys had been in that school then, all the girls were in this other. And they had them kind of guarded, I guess you'd call it. Had dividing on it. The boys had to stay over here and the girls over here. And he said, oh, that's some pretty Indian girls come, about half reading, 3/4 degrees. Oh, they're beautiful. Well, we used to stand up and they wouldn't ask to do. Kind of like we're in CC camp. I was in CC camp. And when we decorated our camp at Willow Springs, they brought a 2 truckload of girls from down in McCurtain to help us decorate. We got up there, they come in that evening, we'd all come in off work. They all come, get out of the truck. This old lady, she got out. Man, she was probably the old woman. I thought. And she went to Cunningham, which is our boss. She said, I want 2 or 3 barracks, and I want good ones. And I just happened to be in there, I brought my report in there for work. And he said, George, I said, what? Could you let her have your barracks? I said, I have to take them out. I said, you got the best looking barracks in the camp. Yeah, I said, I guess you'd give it up for 1 or 2 nights. I said, I'd hate to give it up all the time, try to clean up another one. He said, well, you take barrack 2 and barrack 3. If you like it more, I said, let me know. All right, now she said, I want the boys to help me clean this up in the morning. We thought we had it in good shape. Next morning we got up and eat breakfast, and boy, she'd do that. First little girl come out and breakfast like a shot out of a gun. Stood and lined at the straight of the train. Of course, the boys all had to go down exercise. We'd come back up, they'd eaten. After breakfast, I went back and brushed up the teeth. She blew out first and out to come again. Mr. Cunningham said, Mr. Cunningham, I want 1 man, 1 boy, yeah, that you can trust with these boys. But I don't care who it is, I can handle them anyway. Well, he said, George, you take your bunch, you got the old boys from joining the academy. But that's down that truck by there, well, that's all Choctaws. I said, all right. He just looked right at me. And you keep your boys on that side, for my girl is going to step me down. Oh, I couldn't keep him laughing, and I said, yes, I'm not sure. It's kind of funny, and they weren't too funny to them boys either. They fixed up the camp, it's taking state. Most groups of camp in the state. It wouldn't have been if she hadn't brought them girls up there. They would fix the flower beds like they wanted.
How long you lived in this area?
76 years.
76 years?
I've been in, it's about 2 miles here to where I was born. Well, I've lived right here 26 years. I've just been round and round. Well, I went 3 years in Kansas. Supposed to be here. I've been going before I fell and hurt myself. I go to Kansas. Work, I don't know, 3, 4 months, 2 months at a time, come home. I went to work for an old boy 3 days. Worked for him 3.5 years. And he like cried on the left. He said, man, I had to see you go home. Of course, they all called me Dallas. My first name George.
Yeah.
Then I go to teleport at the Turkey Nation. Everything in there called me George. They go with your first name, I don't care if it's Pup. You go by.
So you were born around this area?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that at?
Okay, it's short, right this side where you go to dig it. You know you go like you're going to the creek?
Yeah.
With that big house sitting on that side of the road? I was born in a little old shack set off down for a field.
Is that big house you talked about, what they call the old Duncan house?
Duncan Springville up down on the bank. They used to call that ford of the creek, used to go down, the road used to go down through this field and then cross the creek. That's a Duncan Ford.
Yeah.
They put the bed below it. There's been a lot of changes made since I recollect back.
Can you remember what this place was like back then? I mean, like, what kind of factory, like cotton gins and blacksmiths and all those old things?
They had a blacksmith shop and cotton gin and a post office at Short.
At Short?
Right down from where you're digging down, about 300 yards.
South of us? What they're now calling the Homer Smith place?
Yeah. At Homer Smith, they sits on partly on the old gin lot.
Is that right? And you said there was a post office there?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Called it Shakespeare.
Yeah. Was there a store there then?
Yeah.
Who's running the store? That would have been on the east side from the cotton gin.
Yeah.
And is that where the post office was?
On the same side. And the blacksmith shop was on there, just straight in front of the store building.
Was the post office separate from the store, or was it the same? Separate?
Store building and post office down this way and then the shop over here.
Mm-hmm. Who was running the store then?
Seemed to me like a fellow by the name of Wood, Bill Wood.
What year was this?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I know.
Way back before I was married.
About how old were you then?
I was probably 12.
Way back. Bill Woods was on it then. You know, did he sold out to?
Mm-hmm, but I don't remember who he sold out to. And the man that run the gym is a fellow by the name of Van Slack. I don't know if it's been Angel or something. And he just let those gyms go down and Jules City picked up the back end of it after it's going slow and built it back up, run it crystal year and then he just paid.
That was Julius Reeder.
Mm-hmm.
He ran the blacksmith shop,
And it's cotton gin.
the cotton gin, the one down by
Mm-hmm.
Homer Smith place.
When did they stop using that cotton?
Oh, it's been 40 years ago, pretty sure, 35 maybe. They quit raising cotton. And low weevil got so bad they couldn't. At that time, I didn't know what poison was.
Yeah.
They just quit raising it. Raised about a quarter bale to an acre, but they
Quarter bale an acre?
yeah, they couldn't grow it that way.
What kind of price did they get for cotton?
About $25 a bale.
$25 a bale?
After it was baled, it cost about $4 to get a bale.
What did bale weigh about?
$5.50.
Yeah. How many acres could one family plant back then?
Oh, an ordinary family like it had here, one man could have 20 acres. They could chop it out, plow it out, do the most together. But they didn't gather it 10. That take it, walk the time. I didn't get no birds in the top. Some would go down, pull out 250, 300 pounds out of it. Just to lock, Scott.
Was most of the land not cleared back then? You had to go out and clear your own flocks then?
Yeah, get out there and chop them down in the winter, cut them up in wood, and do away with the log. Burn the brush.
Was it mostly just forest like this right over here? It's never been chopped down at all?
This in here, and all this guy over here, he's a little strawberry patch up there, about 7, 8 acres, but it's moved up now.
Somebody's planting strawberries right up here?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Somehow did, but he don't use it. Got too much work for him. Had lots of work for strawberries.
What's his name?
How? Don't know how.
Oh. Where'd you move at when you left short?
Moved up here.
Up to Nike?
Cut. My daddy's mother moved over here. Oh, I might have been 2 years old, I guess. And I've been here ever since.
Been here ever since?
Just in and out.
Yeah. What was your mother's and father's name?
My father's name was Jake. Mother's name was Sarah. Then my wife.
Do you remember her maiden name?
Siebel.
Siebel? Oh, that's right.
Actually, the only years ago was no, didn't have doctors, midwives.
Oh, yeah?
I can tell you that story. Might sound unreasonable. But my midwife's name was Sarah. And the lady that first gave me my first bath's name was Sarah. My mother's name was Sarah, and my wife's name was Sarah.
Wow. What was the midwife's last name?
Reed.
Sarah Reed?
Reed. Judy's wife.
Oh, Reader.
And she was awful religious. My daddy worked for him when I was born. After he died, and after I grew up, she always went by his name, by her. She said, I don't care if he'd had 10 boys, that would have nothing look just like you do. Well, my grandmother on the mother's side, full-blood Indian, and she just hated white people. And I guess first time she looked at me, that hate come on. Well, when she died, I remember that. It was the same thing. The other kids didn't know, none of them looked like, well, they got one sister. She didn't look anything like me. My father, she had took his Hebrew side, but she talked like Sarah.
What's your sister's name?
Sarah, or Clara.
Your sister's name's Sarah, too?
No, Clara.
Oh, Clara.
Do you have any other brothers or sisters?
Who? Her?
Do you have any brothers or sisters besides that?
Just that one.
What are they doing there?
Building the road. They're fixing to get that dirt up on that hill. Gonna dig him a pond. That's where they're building that road, they'll go in and out.
You want to go bathe after a while?
Does Clara live around here?
She lives right straight in front of the store, nice right up there in that house.
Across the street? Oh. Who'd she marry? Did she get married?
Yeah. Wilburn Fullcat.
So what was your grandfather's name?
Which side of the
Jake's
house?
father.
I don't know.
You don't know him?
He come in here from the east. thing was, I died too, or he died when I was young, couldn't remember.
Remember your grandmother on that side?
Not knowing her name. That's all. I probably remember that by and tell her who she was. I don't remember that thing.
Your great grandmother was Nancy Siebold.
Mm-hmm.
So is that Ollie, her daughter?
No, Olive was her name. My grandma.
Yeah. So would Ollie have been related to Nancy Siebold, or would James have been?
Nancy, they both, let me see now. Nancy Siebold, my grandpa, wife. Ollie Siebold, my grandpa's wife. And Nancy was his mother, my great-grandmother. You asked me the other day what they lived on. You asked me the other day what the people lived on back then.
Yeah.
They lived on anything they could get.
Anything they could get? What could they get?
Well, they raised most of it.
Yeah.
And canned it up and dried it up. In the spring, you wouldn't eat it, I know. You wouldn't eat it. Some things the Indian people will eat. Greens, they get out in the woods, gather up. But if you, when you, like I was, raised with them, I'd eat about anything they brought in. Of course, we didn't have to eat it. We all had hogs, kill hogs. Then a year, 8, 10. We had a lot of company. I told them the other day, somebody asked me, what did that boy done? I said, he wanted to find out what these blankets lived on when they eat when they said. I said, what did you tell him? I said, just anything they could get. And I said, if I'd thought, I'd told him, well, they lived on Julo, get the Paula. And I would give them, and they just kill themselves. I said, would he know that? I said, no. Well, them two, I named over is greens. Yes, it's kind of like this watercress. You ever seen that?
What's that look like?
Oh, it's it. It goes in running water. And if you're going too hot and ticky, I'd take you over here and show you a whole branch of it. It's just over on next to that hill, you can see. Well, there's someone drove that. The flames come out of the ground. And it goes in running hot, cold spring water. If it's up Stillwell, there's a spring called Candy Make Spring. Well, it's got it scattered way down the creek side, I guess, for a quarter of a mile. And them Indians go down the springs here. Well, I said, first of January, and get that greens, you go to Tulsa, order your dinner, and you order them. If you want to pay about $5 extra for that one dish.
What was the name of that kind of green?
That watercress?
What was?
Watercress.
Oh, watercress you're talking about?
Did you ever eat any of it?
Yeah, I think I have.
Tastes kind of like mustard, kind of real tender.
So are they planting gardens or anything?
Oh, yeah.
What would they be growing in there?
Well, just about like anybody else. Onions, cabbage, lettuces, mustard, okra, whatever they want to plant. They even dried pumpkin.
Tried it?
Yeah. I was working for the government, and I worked in Cookson Hills. And I boarded that country was a plan. We went in one night, this right after the first year. And she had green onions or green beans on the table. And he passed them and said, "You have any dried green beans?" I said, "No." He said, "Try some of them." Both of them good. It's like you see corn coming up, growing. With that interpret my name in English.
Is that right?
Grandpa, he could talk it. He interprets lots. And, I asked him one day, I was calling him Pap. I said, Pap, what is my church's name in English? He called it over. He said, it's just like corn growing up there and just keep it going. Does matures into corn. I said, that green? He said, nothing about green. But I really think they eat mostly game, fish, something that they can get hold of pretty easy. And he's done the most of this getting them fish is bow and arrow.
Is that right?
That uncle of mine that thinks his education up to boy. He could not use a bow and arrow. I'm like me and my uncle grew up and we was kids, but we'd kill fish with him. You can't sight right straight at fish with an arrow like that. Out there was that water hose. If you sight right at that, you'll go above it. Water very deep. You miss it. You go over it.
You aim at the shadow?
And you got to go under it. The deeper he gets, the more shadow, the more distance you got to get under.
This arrow go up?
Yeah. Arrow, see, you got full of air between the joints. It floats that air up. Yeah, how hard you shoot it, it'll float up anyway. There used to be a lot of deer and turkey in here, but it's all gone. Like I was down in Tallahassee. Of course, an old man killing a deer out of season.
Yeah.
The Lord brought him in the court. He said, did you kill that deer? Yeah. What are you going to do with it? They're going to eat it. You mean you're going to eat all of it? Yeah. Unless my friends come in and help me. I'm going to eat it. He said, do you know it again, Lord, to kill it? Who is it? That's his first question. Well, he said, belongs to the state. The state put it in here? No. Well, who put him down here? Well, I said, guess the Lord did. Well, he gave them to me. It is mine. Judge said, how come? You think it was yours? Because I was here before you was. He said, the Lord put that here. That's in it to eat. And I'm going to eat my part of it. And he brought his own case and beat it.
Beat it?
Yeah, the judge said, well, if you kill that to eat yourself and your family, I don't see anything wrong about it. He said, we was hungry, and I got out there and killed it. He said, well, I'm going to let you go home, finish eating up your dead, but don't kill any more, out of season. I can't read, I don't know when season comes. He wasn't as foolish as they thought it was.
Where were most of the Indians living? Were they living up on the tops of the mountains or on the bottom lands?
Just tell them where they can find a place to go. There were a lot of them, several of them lived back up this hollow here. All the different places they've been up. I know what the Indian chief grave. Headstone, everything. Tell you who he was. They don't tell you when he died, how long he lived, what his age was. That's just his name.
Who was that?
Chief Black Box.
Do you know when he was chief? When was he chief?
Long before station.
Long before?
Did he live around here?
Yeah.
You ever heard about where he lived?
No, their great-granddaughter said live. He's buried in their backyard. Back then, they if you lived here, and I was to die first, they'd start my cemetery right here.
Oh, yeah.
And if the next one died, they planted them right over here. That's about 20 little graves right now, whatever he's buried. But they're filled up now. And they had little rock fences on every one of them.
Right?
And they're filled up now. You'd have to take or something to find it. I taken an old boy to his grave about 2 years ago. He was enormous. And cattle or something had broke top of it off. It broke the land there. We picked it up and he put some acid on it and wiped it off. You could read that name plain. English part of it. Neither one could read the Turkish part of it.
We're doing the church services around here in Cherokee again?
No, mostly English. That down here at Old Belfont's Indian church. They got a full-blood Indian boy. Preaches down there, pastor. He does all his preaching in English, unless somebody told him. I've had him right here at our church a couple of times. He's a good talker, well-educated boy. And the last time he was down here, he couldn't hardly talk for crying. And wind up, I didn't know it. He had been in Vietnam. And he said, people over here didn't know what hard times were. He said, I'll give my lunch to many a day. Some little kid standing there said, if you just see their stomach, that you can't understand it. And he said, we throw away more food after we get done eating than them people has to live on. But he said, at my house, we don't do it. So since I come back home, I'm married. And he said, she cooked, if we don't have no company, she knows just about how much to cook for me, her, and 2 kids.
Yeah.
And she fixes theirs, we fix ours, and what she gives the kids, they eat it. Don't leave nothing, be thrown away. Said if everybody do that, then we could send them poor people something to eat. He talked a little bit, cried a little bit. He had been wounded over there. One eye would evolve. Then he come back the other way. He got wounded in the head. It injured his eye. He's a smart boy.
Who's the main preacher here at the church?
Boy by the name of Kester. K-E-S-T-L.
Does he live here?
No, he lives up in Nadak County. He's been preaching here 3 years. And this church started with 2 members. And him. And finally, they ordained me for deacon. I was by myself. That's a fair while back. Another one come into the church, out of a different church, and he was a deacon. Well, the way they do, the Baptist people, if I was to move my membership to short, my deaconship would go with me. And he brought his and I don't down there. So I've got one helper, and they're trying another old boy, but I don't know what he will make it now. They asked you questions. You better be reading the Bible and studying it. You think about it. One preacher, he examined me. He stopped a little bit after he said, Mr. Norton said, if your pastor wasn't here, would you jump up and take his place? I don't know how come he said. I said I would if the church would permit me to. And he laughed, said, throw the catchy. Well, I said, I don't know what may say that, but he said, that's why now your Holy Spirit comes in. Said, you didn't say that, the Holy Spirit done that for you. Well, I said, might have it. I know I didn't think about it, then said it. And this same guy was sitting there talking about it. I said, would you thought of that tongue? And I'd say, yeah. I said, that would disqualify you too. And I said, you jump, get ahead in the church.
Did you go to school up here at the Catholic school?
My first school I went to was Maple. I went down there and stayed a week with one of my cousins. While I was down there, school started. I went a week. Then I come back home. Well, really, the first one I ever went to before I was old enough. My mother was a teacher, school teacher. And she's teaching right down here in Knoxville.
She's teaching at Knighton?
There used to be a little log house about 10 by 10.
Where was that at?
Knoxville.
Yeah, where at?
Yeah. Just across there. About where that fence goes down my sister's place. Oh, about 20 feet from our house. Was a little log cabin. That's what that school is. And the benches was a split log with a old hole board in with 2-inch over with wooden legs on it. A half a log made a seat. 6, 8, 10, if I remember well.
How long ago was that?
Years ago. I'm not even about 71 years ago. I'm 76 now. I wasn't old enough for school. And you started then at 6 years old.
Sarah? How long would you go?
Well, I then go 6 months in the winter, 3 months in the summer. Didn't get too hot. You had to go. My grandpa stayed on the school board there, but he just quit. Wouldn't even go to school lectures, sir. You couldn't put him on if he wasn't there.
What did they call that school? Just Nikett School?
No, it was called Verona.
Veroni.
How big was the town there?
Wasn't in town one of those stores at that time.
Wasn't what?
One store is all it was at that time.
Somebody was telling us that they, 1930 or so, they had a movie house and coal mine and all kinds of things down in there.
I must have been gone.
You don't remember a movie house down there?
Oh, there was an old man come through here every year with a moving picture tavern show. He'd gonna stay a week at a time and gather up all the eggs and all the chickens they had.
How long did that little store last?
Oh, not too long.
When did it quit?
Well, when they built it, I think the next school was Belfont or Copic. They built a little schoolhouse up there, about a 14 by 24 frame house. It went on there. Well, I think I was second, third grade when it burned down. And then they didn't have no school up there for 2 years. And I walked from Nycut to Belfont. About 3 miles. I had to go anyway. Grandpa made us kids go whether they wanted to or not. Then they built us in back and we started back up here.
Coptic Church, Coptic School was started and then shut down and started again?
Yeah, the house burned down and then they built it back and started up again.
Do you remember when it burned down? It was while you were going to school there then?
Yeah, we were going to school and burned down. Burned up all our premise. The first street is about all it was now.
They'd have eight grades at Coptic?
They could have if they had any 8th graders. It went to those grades.
So it was just one big room.
Yeah.
And all of you be in the same room together.
All the noise you ever heard it. Having no noise in this room.
Do you remember any of the teachers' names while you were there?
I remember about all of them. First of them I threw was Bess Garber. And another one named Eileen Rutledge.
Rutgers?
Rutledge. I can't even speak since I lost someone too. Minnie Payne. I don't know. I was in about, I think I was in 4th grade when Minnie came to my teaching. She had a fight with one of the big girls and got away and she quit.
Who was that?
Minnie Murphy.
Minnie Murphy.
And she jumped on the wrong girl. That old girl whipped her out right up on the stage. Kids went every direction.
Where did these teachers live? Did they live?
They just bored out.
Just bored out with people that lived up there? Who were some of the people that lived up close to the school then?
Well, most of them stayed with a fellow by the name of Mundy, John Mundy. He just lived right on here in the schoolhouse. It was 300 yards.
To the
On the east side, west side of the schoolhouse.
west side.
Was there ever a fairly big settlement up on the other side of is that Bradley Ford?
On this side of Bradley Ford, on the other side of Bradley Ford, it wasn't that too many. That was all Indian settlement.
That was all Indian on the north side of Bradley?
In Adair County. There wasn't too many up in there, but over on close to that creek, which I used to be, 12, 1,400. Now there's one.
Just one person up
They don't live there. They live in Fort Smith.
Who owns the land up there now?
A fellow by the name of Giffen and Weaver.
Giffen?
Mm-hmm.
But he lives in Fort Smith?
Yeah, he works down there at Parker's Hospital, him and his wife both. She's an RN and he's a head mechanic, I reckon you call him. He takes care of all the electric work and the plumbing.
Oh.
You don't get to $17 an hour.
And Weaver, did you say?
Weaver.
Weaver.
I believe he's out of Tulsa.
Oh. But he's not from this area? Just came in and bought the land?
Bought the land. Come in there and they moved in here. There's a guy up there, and the whites that come in here from Texas. And he handles these Bremer grow fighters. He handles all the Bremers now for his rodeo. He took a bunch the other day down to Paula. If you remember when they had the rodeo down there, a week ago. That was his cattle they had. This kid come in here a while ago. He's a bull rider. Oh, he tried it down there.
Were there many white settlers here before statehood?
Them was here, the outlaws.
What?
They were outlaws, but it was here.
Just outlaws? There weren't any leasing land from the Indian nations? Was there any over by shores or anything? They all just came in around statehood.
Yeah. Well, them that would have been these guys all dead now. There was a few that lived here over in there. There wasn't nobody that I remember that lived over here.
Hughes, did you say?
No, there wasn't but a few that lived
Oh,
on
a
the
few.
shore.
Yeah.
And when statehood came, they
kind of, well, I think the big Florida men moved out, left out. The Jeff Taser come to that law. And these outlaws come in here before that. They just camped anywhere they wanted to. And after statehood, they had their chiefs and everything. They moved them out. Caught them and took them over to Fort Smith. That old judge was a hung about all of them. Judge Parker. You wouldn't fool with it.
Yeah.
I had a friend, old man, friend of my daddy. And after my daddy died, I stayed around him a whole lot. And he was in jail over there when they hung Cherokee Bill. He was really outlaw. He killed 3 men while he was in jail with a gun. His mother baked him a big birthday cake, and in baking it, she laid this gun down in the barrel cake and cut it out. Put the gun in there, loaded. Put another layer cake on there and then finished it off. And then give it to him, and this guard didn't have sense to think, examine it. He could have been handcuffed. They cut the bill for the minute he got that cake, so he just looked around. So this is what I've been looking. Nobody knows everything. So they took my top cake up and I laid it down. So the guy brought a gun in. He told me some money too.
batteries in. How's that?
Him and the guy that outlawed with him about 10 years, they got into it over a woman, another man's wife. And this Spain fella, he found out Uncle Lord didn't have no gun on him. The old guns all found him. And he come up to our house, and my uncle cut hair on my mother's side, her brother. He had him, said, I want you to give me a Sunday haircut. It's on Sunday morning. He gave him a good haircut. Back then, just had scissors and comb. He cut the hair all full on him. So he cut his hair. And he just got up and walked right on straight down to my cut. My old foot lived at that. We were standing out in the yard in the gun for. You could see down through that and clear. We heard a gunshot. We looked. His first shot, he throwed up both hands when he shot him through the hand. Uncle Lloyd swerved and he shot him. I don't know, he must have been scared or something. He shot him in the leg. And he run. And as he went into the doorway, he stumbled. When he stumbled, it slowed him down. This guy ran and shot him right in the back. Come there.
That was your uncle?
Great uncle.
Great uncle. He would have been James's brother?
No. His name was Johns. Lloyd Johns. My father's uncle.
So how is he related to you?
Great uncle.
So he was the brother to which one of your relatives?
Just my father.
Just your father?
He was your father's mother's brother?
Mm-hmm.
And did he live right here?
He just
In
lived
Market?
here. He just lived here in yonder. Been outlawed under the folk here, but there's a brother outlawed with him.
So what was his name?
Lloyd Johns.
Were the Indians involved in the Civil War around here any? Did they fight on either side?
No, I don't think so. That was what they called bushwhackers. Scattered down through the woods and killing anybody that could see, I guess. Running everybody else. I know my grandpa. I heard my grandma talking in the morning, said there was 5 come up to their house, kill him. And that's when he lived in some stagecoach house. And on the east side of it was a little field laid out there. And they was all on horses. And he outrun them horses to the woods and got away. And he went to what they called the John's Cave over in Mission Hall. Then that was some more guys that come to it. Fled down to get back. And they come in to tear up her bedclothes. She had a butcher knife. So that's all I had. And I told him, first one of y'all reached on my bed, I'm going to cut your head off. You're going to scare me. And I don't need to run from it. But one of these guys said, leave that old lady's clothes on so you don't get killed.
That was your grandparents on your father's side?
Mother's side.
On your mother's side? His name, so your grandfather's name was James Madison?
My great-grandfather's name was Joseph.
Oh, Joseph.
Joseph Siebel? And his son was James Madison?
Yeah.
His name wasn't Siebel?
Yeah.
Oh, James Madison Siebel.
They all carried two names, didn't they? 2 first names. That's like my name, it's George Dallas.
Yeah.
And I signed all my papers in the Indian Department, George D. And here I signed it Dallas D. Changed it. But I've got some papers in there that got to be. Now I've got to get my name back right.
Do you remember any of the other children of James and Holly Siebel besides Sarah?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of things. Now next to the boy, oldest boy named George. And next to my mother, Sarah. And I had an aunt by the name of Lou. I just called her Lou, short. And Bertha, Levi, or Effa.
Papa?
Effa. Clayton. That's all right. Enough of it. But you know, we got 10 kids. We had a golden anniversary there a couple of years ago. And then I've been to several this anniversary. I just have 2 or 3 kids. That bunch of kids had no fun in 2 days, and that it inspired to it. We had supper after that day, after they all got through coming in. And there was over 100 each supper. Set table right out there. I'm telling you, of course I hadn't been out of the hospital for a while. Wasn't I ready to get around? I enjoyed them watching them kids. They singing. What a time they went through to get trouble. Back when we was raising them. We went right through the 30s raising kids. Oh, you talk about tough times. It was tough then. You worked and make $5. That was $5. It wasn't just to throw away.
What kind of work did you do?
They wouldn't do it now. I made cross ties in railroad.
With a rod axe?
Yeah.
Where would you sell those at?
Solid Stillwell.
How many would you get together before you haul them all the way down there?
40.
40? How long did it take to make 40 cross ties?
Oh, I can make 40 in 5 days.
Is that right?
I even got good enough, and then 2 more guys, we worked together. And this old man, he was better with an axe than me and the boy. And we asked him one time, his name was Bill. I said, Bill, why don't you count your licks? See how long it take to make 7 by 9. 7 inches thick, 9 inches wide. And 8 foot and 6 inches long. All right. He picked out a little tree, or something like that. Said, you boys cut it down. He cut me off one, I'll make it. We helped him get it ready. He got up there. He counted every lick. Took 556 licks to make that. Never missed a lick. And he didn't. He just hit 3 licks, one on top and about middle way down at the bottom. And knocked that slab off. So right on. And you could find an axe mark on his tie where his chopping axe hit through.
Were these ties 4-sided or 2?
4. I made 20 several days.
What was the size of these? 7 inches by 9 inches?
7 inches thick, 9
Yeah.
inches wide.
How long would they be?
8.5 feet long.
8.5 feet long.
What kind of trees did you use?
Oak.
Oak trees. Plenty of oak trees around here.
Mm-hmm. Back then, there was. You could get out on these hills, like that one over there now. There was just, in the mountain timber, second growth timber, because it'd be about this big, just about right tight. You get out of town 2 or 3 cuts of it. So right down time.
What was this Bill's last name?
Golf.
Gall?
Bill Golf. G-O-W-F.
G-O-W-F. And did he live right around here?
He lived over short.
Which house did he live in over there?
Well, he lived in where you're working. About in that direction, in the store building. Over there. On the east, south and east of that. That way. Then he moved back up on the creek at his father-in-law's place. His father-in-law was about a quarter Negro. And she was a beautiful white girl.
What was his father-in-law's name?
Same as mine. Nelson.
Oh.
Western African, but it was 3/4 Cherokee. So he had a boy come back in here about a couple of years ago, and he'd heard of me. Well, I knew his daddy with 2 older brothers, 3 older brothers. And he got there inquiring about me. And his wife was a German woman. She wanted to know if me and Jody was kin. She'd come up here and asked. I said, I don't think so. And I knew there wasn't. And I hate to tell her. She said, you know where we live, building the house? I said, yeah. So I said, Joseph wants to talk to you. Okay. So I went down there.
Thinking over here.
Okay, you were telling me about your mother's family.
Yeah. Well, they come from Kentucky. And Grandma Hayes had, let's see, Uncle John, Uncle Jim, and Aunt Hat, and Aunt Millie. And they went out to Thomas, Oklahoma, that dry country.
Thomas, Oklahoma?
Yeah. Thomas, Oklahoma.
Never heard of that. Is that, what big town is that near?
Well, then it wasn't very big, but that's where they lived. They had a big old house. The sandstorms, come. And so they had a basement underneath. They go down and go in there. It's cool to sit in there the day. When them sandstorm comes, they go down there and they shut up every door and every window. Said then they'd have to sweep sand out of the house when them sandstorm comes. And they lived, I guess they lived out there till they died, all of them. But Grandma Hayes, Grandpa, they're buried over at White Oak, and I guess Aunt Hat and all them is buried out there at Thomas. And they run a livery barn, and they got rich.
Oh, in Thomas?
Yeah, where the livery stables. And they'd buy anything they wanted. And when they died, Uncle John, his wife, Aunt Hat, was her name too. They had this house full of old antiques. And they said they had a nephew, Eddie Hess, said he'd go down there and get in that house, packing off them they said these old big long handled jugs. Said they caught him one day packing off them. Oh, he just got nearly everything they had in the house.
Shame.
And then ain't Uncle John, they hadn't, Jim was done gone dead, and Uncle John had this. They was going to settle up after Uncle John died. And Mommy had one sister, Corey. Well, she wouldn't have no lawyer, only a lawyer there in Bonita. And if he didn't fool around and steal all of their money, they had big farms out there worth fortunes. This old lawyer got it nearly all. She thought he was something, there in Bonita, this lawyer. And I don't know whether they didn't get, none of them didn't get, these nieces, their dad was dead. And they all come in for their dad's share. And I don't think none of them ever got over $75. But Aunt Corey thought now that lawyer was somebody.
Now, how was Corey one of your mother's sisters?
Yeah, Mama's sisters.
Oh, okay. I had Maddie, John, Jim, Hattie, and Molly.
Yeah,
Millie.
Molly. Well,
Was it Millie or Molly?
that is Molly's. Aunt Corey was my grandma Hayes' daughter, and Nellie Lee. Yeah, that ain't Nell.
Yeah.
She lived in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh. Did your mother ever talk about her grandparents, which would be your great grandparents?
Yeah. Well, now I can remember my great grandmother coming to see us.
Is that your
And
mother's
she was going on,
grandmother?
yeah, and she was going on 100 years old then. They
when
come
was
on
that?
the train, and so far back, and yeah, Grandma Crowdus was her name.
That was your
My great
mother's mother.
Yeah, yeah.
What was her first name? You remember?
Oh, what was? What was my great grandma? She was going on 100 years old, and there's three of the girls, her, come and brought her, and she could get around pretty good. But I don't know how old she was when she died. Way over 100 years old.
When was that?
Hmm?
What year was that she came to visit?
Well, it must have been about 1906 or 7.
1906?
Huh?
1906 or 7?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you were just about...
Yeah, I was just small.
You were born in 1900?
Yeah, I remember her. And they all come. Three of them big women. There's all big people.
So that your
And my grandma wasn't so big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who were the other two that came?
They was Hattie Crowders
Oh, your mother's
And-
sister, your aunt.
and my aunts, my mother's aunts.
Oh, Molly's.
Yeah,
Your grandmother's
my
sister.
grandmother's, that's her sisters. And Hat and see, Beldine.
Beldine?
Yeah, Beldine. And Millie. God. I haven't talked about them so long. But her first name was Millie.
Millie?
And,
So your mother had all sisters, huh?
well,
I mean, your grandmother.
yeah. Let's see. I reckon she had 4 boys. Jake Hayes, Bud Hayes, and Jim. Let's see, Bud, Jake.
Oh,
Jim.
this would be your mother's?
Huh?
Would this be your mother's brothers?
Brothers.
That you were talking about?
Yeah.
You said John and Jim before, and Bud.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
This would be your.
Then they was Aunt Nell, Corey. My mom. Let's see. I guess there's 3 girls. 4 boys and was girls.
Oh, I've got Nell down twice.
Yeah, that's never Lee.
So, when your grandmother came, did she come from Georgia?
Huh?
Or was it Tennessee?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. I knew it
Kentucky,
was
where they
somewhere
all
over there.
come from. The left. I don't know why they left Kentucky, but there's always everybody's going to greener pasture.
Heading west.
Yeah, and then Kentucky. Vivian, Kentucky is where Grandpa Hayes come from.
Lee?
I had a picture of his sister, and it said on the back, Lord is old. That's what I say, when everything burns up, you don't have nothing. I had a big box of old pictures.
Those kind of things are the worst things to lose. You can't replace them.
No, you can't replace them. And,
You said the other night that those pictures in the living room are your
Grandpa and Grandma Winston.
So that'd be Hamilton Winstead?
Huh?
Your grandpa would be Hamilton?
Yeah.
And what was your grandma's name?
Nancy.
And Nancy. Oh, I had...
yeah, Grandpa. Yeah.
See, I had Elizabeth
Well, I think
Given
they're...
Waters.
Yeah. Them Given Waters, Grandma Winston was Given Waters.
And her name was Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Oh, so is this your great-grandparents out here in the pictures?
No, that's my dad's dad and
Okay,
mother.
your dad is Winfield Michael,
Mm-hmm.
and your dad's dad is Hamilton,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your dad's mother was...
They called her Nan.
Oh.
You know, they always shorten the...
Everybody
always
has 2 or 3
shorten the
names.
letters, name.
But she was a Given Water.
Yeah, she is a Given Waters.
And you don't know if that's Indian. It sure sounds like it's Indian. An Indian
Well,
name, but...
If she wasn't Indian, she was good for look to vacuum. I'm telling you, she's dark.
Yeah.
And they come from over there. Now, she always said it was Black Dutch. I don't know.
Are you getting tired?
Well, finish out your tape.
When, if you're tired, we can...
No, well, I just finished out. And
I can still think of a couple more questions. When you lived in Rocky Point, going back to that again, like when you first moved there, who was the doctor was there a doctor that came through?
There was one at Uniontown, Dr. Mitchell is there, and then we'd go to town to a doctor there. It's about as near to go to town as it was to go up to Uniontown.
Oh, which town did you go to?
Van Buren, Oregon.
Was Van Buren a pretty big town then?
Well, yeah, it's a pretty good-sized town then.
Bigger than, say, Nike is now?
Oh, yeah, it had a railroad bank.
Oh, yeah.
3 banks in it. Oh, yeah, Nycut. They just go down and then they come up.
Did you ever go up to Nike? Wasn't Nike bigger back then?
No.
It wasn't?
No. Just about the same as the stores, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's short now. It used to have a gym and off down there.
Gym? At the school, you mean?
Yeah, a school and a gym, and it just...
Oh, a gym, yeah.
Yeah,
like
cotton gin.
Yeah.
It just vanished off there.
Yeah, we've heard about the cotton gin, blacksmith shop.
Yeah. They just vanished over there.
So what was Doc Mitchell's first name?
Oh, let me see. What was old Doc? Frank, I believe. No, Dr. Joe Mitchell.
Was he, how old was he like when you moved?
Well, he was kind of young.
Oh.
I don't know where he come from up there. But they get sick, go get old Dr. Mitchell.
Just go up and get him and he'd ride down to your house?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd come to your house. They had typhoid. No, smallpox up above us.
Oh.
And so they'd go travel along the road with them and have the smallpox. So he went over the country giving people shots. Well, I'd had typhoid, smallpox shots before. Well, they wouldn't take. Well, he said, so some of them is coming back and he's going to give me an army shot. Well, I said, I'm not taking no army shot now, for they won't take twice. I don't want none of his double shots. I never did take them.
When was that? The big typhoid? Or smallpox epidemic? Was it 1 year? Or?
Yeah, it just some of them, and they strode them around, you know. He said he'd just come and vaccinate everybody.
Oh. Do you remember what year that was?
No, I don't. I think it was about 1920 or somewhere there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What people do about having babies? Was there a midwife
Well, yeah,
that
I guess.
served the Rocky Point area?
Yeah. But there wasn't many around there. There's all getting up a pretty good size. No, there wasn't many there.
Many births?
No. No, Dr. Mitchell. He'd go. And then there's another old Dr. Blue.
Yeah, we've heard people talk
And
about him.
another old Young over the other way. And
His name was Young, or he was a young doctor?
He is young,
Yeah.
old Doc Young. I mean, he is a good old doctor.
Oh, what was his first name?
I don't remember. They just called him old Doc Young.
Did he live?
No, he lived about 7 or 8 miles over towards Van Buren.
Oh, that's quite a ways away.
Yeah, quite a ways away.
Somebody was telling us, I guess B. Curry was telling us about Doc Blue and how he made all his medicines from herbs and tree bark. Is that the way that he made his medicines?
Nah. He give you pills just like the rest of them.
Even back in the early,
Yeah.
like 1912 when you first
Yeah.
moved in?
And,
What kind of pills were they, I wonder?
well, if it is cold, it's cold. Pills.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. No, he just give you medicine like all the rest of them. I call them goat pills.
Oh.
Because I always had goats. I said, well, they went out and get them goat pills and coat them over with sugar. So, but he's a good old doctor. If he did use.
Did he have liquid medicine too?
Yeah, he'd have liquid medicine.
Did some of it have, other doctors' names on it, like patent medicine?
Well, I don't know. He'd get it and put it in bottles, I think.
He put it in his own bottles.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Doc Blue. I think B was putting a little bit of frosting on it. He might have give him some herbs.
Yeah.
Now the Indians, they used to doctor. And them blackbirds and all them was down there one day, and this blackbird had come. And Troy had a fever. They said, now if you go up there on the mountain hill, get some university, and there's just a little bush growed up and kind of silky looking like, and said, boil that up and give him that tea, that'll run his fever down. Well, they did. And that's good. And then there's a fireweed. It's got a leaf about that long. It grows around the water.
Yeah.
There in the mountain. You get that and fry it and put it on where it burns.
Oh.
That sure is good. And
What's the name of that plant?
fireweed, they called it.
Fireweed.
Yeah. And for burns. And you can't. They had lots of things, that they used. And but Nan Van, I don't know whether she memorized all that old art or not. No, the Phelps.
Yeah.
She was a blackbird.
Yeah, her mother was Ada Blackbird.
Yeah. Them women, maybe 3 or 4 of them would come down there. They'd sit and talk and tell.
Down at your place?
Yeah, they'd visit down there.
Are you talking about your house now or the store?
Huh?
You're talking about your house in Rocky Point?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So where did Nan live? Right around there?
Yeah, Blackbird had a home. I don't know, God, that old house was old, a log house. Why they tore all them log houses down, I don't know.
So how would you get to that house from your
Well, just come up that road, like coming this way.
If you're going up towards the highway,
Yeah,
you pass the trailer,
yeah.
turn right. Going up north.
Yeah, they're just past Talcum. Come on up through there then, and you'd come to the Blackbird house.
Is anybody living there now?
Huh?
Anybody living in the same place now?
No, the old house is all gone. I said that'd be a relic, them old houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a relic if they was there.
Did anybody have a double log cabin in Rocky Point?
No, you had to get away up there where blackbirds and all them lived before you hit the cabins
Oh, yeah.
or log houses. Then on up through there used to be where Edgar McMurray and Bell lives. Used to be a log cabin there. Gosh, I don't know. I guess the wood would get afar and they'd just burn up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, frame houses burn up pretty quick, too.
Yeah. Yes. Man. God, he's a cheating with marbles, you know. Did you ever play it?
Aggravation.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it, but I don't know if I've ever played it.
It's going all the way around, and get around there and get killed, and then have to go all back. He's cheating. I was rearing on to him. They're coming down pretty good, and he had that thing on, taping it. Lord. Oh, Lord. And then we used to tape Oral Roberts' Christmas party and Tennessee Ernest Ford over there in California.
Yeah.
But we haven't taped on, I don't know whether we got some. Who?
You remember what year what got all the chips on that road Union down from short, too short?
No.
Well, I flew the mold from that store over there.
Had they,
First one was the government, Justice killed them over there, you know.
We went over, Bob Waters took us over to meet George Stites and Leela the other day. We really enjoyed our visit with them.
yeah.
They're real nice people. And she was showing me, she has a lot of books of Oral Roberts, his writings, and his, and she has a statue of the prayer tower from Tulsa.
Yeah.
Did you know them pretty well when you were growing up there?
Who, Legal now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I guess they were. Did you consider them close neighbors, or?
Well, yes, I consider them kind of close, yeah. Legal, George. But them Bob Waters and all them, they come in here when Prude sold the store out.
Yeah.
They come in here from California. And, but Leila and George lived there. Mr. Shakenbush lived there, Miss Shakenbush. And, yeah. Her sister, Akey, and Si, they lived up there on the corner, going to Uniontown.
On the where the highway is?
Yeah. Well, that trailer is back over here on this side, the right side, back in under them big old trees.
Yeah, up where Sam Waters lives.
No, Sam lives right over here on this side. And this here is Ellison's daughter lives over here on this side. And kind of sits back there and says, "Bad dog."
Yeah. Oh, is that Monroe Ellison's daughter? Oh, what's her name?
Oh, what is her name? They come in here, and I guess they had that trailer made their liking. You know, it really is a nice one. And Monroe and Miss Ellison, that lives down there in that. Well, I think she built that house. They lived off down there under the hill.
Where would that? How would you get there from the trailer?
Well, you'd come on down back this way, and there's a road turns off there and goes down over the hill, and you go down there.
By the short church?
No, before you get to short church.
Oh, down where Bob Waters lives?
No.
No.
No, you come by the church, here sits the church. You come on around here, and there's a road goes off down the hill there. You'd think down the hill. It is. And that's Ellison's where he fixed up that old Rogers house, I guess. And he's really fixed up nice, and I don't know who lives there now. And then he bought this house that his daughter built up there on this side, and then she moved this trailer in up there.
Oh,
Across
she
the
built.
bottom water.
She built the house right
Yeah,
by where the trailer is.
yeah. Monroe and what's her name?
Well, I straight across the creek north, about
I wish you could see that house, a picture of it, before it's made over and now. Gil Armour has a picture taken when they lived there.
Eula Armour?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Gil and Ted. And someday, don't take two, the guy ever gets well enough and we'll go. I'm going to get that picture and go and have some made off of it.
Oh.
You wouldn't think it is the same house.
Now this is the house on the highway that
Yeah, the house.
Monroe Ellison
Yeah.
rebuilt, or his daughter.
Yeah, his daughter and up there across from Sam.
Yeah.
Just across.
Uh-huh.
But this house back down there, you turn under the hill there. Go down there to the old house.
Just go straight south, and it's before you make a turn on the highway. You turn
Yeah.
off to the
Yeah,
left
turn
instead.
off the right here. Turn off the right. Go down there. You'd
Oh,
think,
up where Andy Rogers'
Yeah.
store was. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know where that is.
And then, yeah.
Well, how long has Ted Armour lived where he lives now?
Oh, heavens. Let's see. How long did Ted and Bill live there? I wouldn't know. Them kids growed up there. No, they're pretty good size when Ted and Bill moved down there. But now they're gone. They got Beulah's got grown grandkids.
Yeah. What were their kids' names?
Almeida and Juanita and Walter and Doyle, and that man in California, let me see, Clinton. Doyle and Clinton.
And Doyle's in California?
No, Clinton is.
Oh.
Doyle lives over here, where they say you go out to that there Indian church and cemetery when you're going down Eagle Mountain. You know, it says Indian letters on the sign. You go off out there about a mile.
Oh, yeah.
There's an old Indian church over there and cemetery.
Yeah. I know where you're talking about. So, what about Walter?
Well, he went to Oregon, I believe. He did live. Him and his wife did live there. And I don't know. Alameda lives at Uniontown. I don't know where Juanita lives. They used to live in Fort Smith, and they got them a trailer and moved out there. And but I think they went back to Fort Smith.
Who did their kids marry? Did they marry people from the area?
No.
From Rocky Point? Or
No.
nowhere around?
No. I don't know. I don't know where Clinton got his wife. First time I ever seen her, went up there. Boys go up and see Bill and Ted. And Quentin and her had come in. She was sitting up in the middle of the bed, playing with the doll. And I've asked, Bill told me that it's Quentin's wife. Well, I asked her, did she ever get through playing with dolls? Bill said yes. Their first baby was going to decoration, second Sunday in May. Went down by to see Beulah and Ted. She was there, and this baby, she went down by going to see it. She just brought it to me and laid it on my hand. That as little as it was.
My God.
Oh, it looked like a little doll. And they went down in Arkansas, went somewhere. They had a job. And, he was about a year old. And so we went to church, and so she brought him and set him and handed him to me. Well, I come very near dropping him in the floor. I'm telling you, I never felt of a kid as heavy as he was. I said, Lord, Lord. I come very near dropping him. Them kids now is all grown, I guess. Clinton.
But Beulah and Ted still live there.
Yeah, they still live there.
Who lived there before they did?
He built that house.
Oh, Ted built it?
Yeah.
So, you know how much land they have back in there?
Well, I don't know how much land Ted has got back there. But he used to run a sawmill.
Oh, where was that?
There, out there from the house. Oh yeah, he'd sell every stick of lumber he could saw. And yeah.
When do you remember about when he had the sawmill?
Well, around, well, I don't remember when he did have it first. Around 60 and all that on. Then he had a heart attack.
Oh.
And he quit. Then they was up here this spring, stopped to see us. And he's getting along pretty good. I was surprised how well Ted did. And
did he have cattle or?
Yeah, he had some cattle and he raised some crops.
Yeah. What kind of crops? Corn?
Corn, his garden and all like that.
So were they living there? They weren't living there when you moved.
Up here?
Yeah, when your dad came in, who had that land over in there?
Yeah, he lived there. I don't know where they come from. Over in Arkansas somewhere. Moved over there. Then he got that place and moved down there. And I'm telling you, they're good neighbors.
Yeah.
Different too. Then we had the Creekmores over there going before you got to Talcombs. Ronnie and Charlie Creekmore.
What were their first names?
Huh?
What were their first names? Yes.
Charlie and Frony.
Charlie and Feroni?
Yeah, you're talking about neighbors.
So where did they live in relation to your house?
Well, when you come up there and come on past Talcombs, and then sitting off of the road back there, over there, on your left as you're coming up, the house burnt there, so there wasn't nobody living in it, I don't think. So Ronnie and Charlie built that house. And Frony said she didn't think they'd ever get the house built before Charlie died. Well, he didn't die. He got better. They lived there. 64, somewhere there. And Brony's getting ready to go out to visit her sister, Tulsa. And that night, she taken, said a heart attack or something. She'd worked awful hard that day, getting things done. And so she died.
Oh.
And that left Frony's son, Faye Stewart and Jean. And they moved in with Charlie to take care of him.
Stewart?
And then they moved over there, the Seabolt Cemetery, right on west of it. They sold out there and bought that place over there.
Just to the west of
Huh?
Just to the west of the cemetery?
Just right on around there.
On the same
house way up
side
in
of
the field. And
Oh, is there still a house there now?
yeah,
Who lives there now? Do they still live
I
there?
I don't know. And then one morning, Charlie, he wouldn't use their bathroom. He go out that toilet out there. Jean said she couldn't get him to use it, and so she said, Faye, you better go see about your daddy. He's been gone out there too long. Well, they went out there, and there he sat dead. Just died sitting there on the stool. Well, so Faye and Jean lived there 2 or 3 years, and then he moved. He rented out and moved over to Monroe and got him a job over there at the Hughes Lumber Company. And I don't know whether they sold the place now or not. And
Who moved into the place that they lived in Rocky Point after they moved to by the Seabolt Cemetery? Were you still there at that time?
he sold it. And a man, God, it's kind of funny name.
Thibodeau?
Huh?
Thibodeau?
No. It's kind of funny name, and he sold it to them, and they've been living there ever since. See, there's new people come in here. Strange. No, Strange is his name. It bought it, and that and on up the road. I don't know what his name is. Got back in there. Built him a house. They just, people coming back in there in a building all along.
They're coming from outside of the area,
Yeah, outside the area.
though? Huh. Well, how about Thibodeau? Thibodeau? John Thibodeau that lives over there?
Well,
You know who I'm talking about?
there's some there. I don't know.
Are they newcomers or were they there when?
Yeah, newcomers. All newcomers.
Who used to live in his house when you were over there? Or do you know where he is now?
No. He lives, there's a house. Mitchell Bottom. There's a house he's built off of the road there. You have to go into a gate, go down there. And that may be the one you're talking about.
That's
They have come in and built, you get out of town.
Yeah.
Get out of town. That's what they're all doing coming out here. There wasn't a house here, only one we had when we come out here. And look at it now. There's 5 houses right out there. One house will tell across the 10 there. Up here on the corner, there's 2 or 3, 4. All new houses built. Some of them have been built in the last 2 years.
So it sounds like the people up there in Rocky Point, it used to be real crowded
Uh-huh.
when you first
Yeah.
moved in, and then people moved out in when the 30s or
Yeah.
40s.
Now,
Now
yeah.
they're moving back.
Now they're moving back.
Huh.
Yes, sir. They're moving back and building good houses.
Now, Dallas Stites has a
Yeah.
nice new house
Yeah,
there.
Dallas had a new house.
Yeah.
A big branch going down there.
And how long has Fishbeck?
Yeah.
Is that it? How long has he lived back in there? Where he is now? He's
Oh,
down
at
at the
least
end
10
of the road.
years. Fishback. He, out here in Oklahoma, they built a dam. They're taking all his land.
Oh.
And so he moved all he could of his barn and things, house,
Huh.
up there.
Where was he before?
Well, I don't know whether
Remember
you
the
follow
town?
or out there somewhere,
Yeah.
them dams. And he said they dammed him out there, and they're talking of damming up down this creek down here, and it'd cover his farm again. And he said if they dammed him out here, he didn't know damn where he'd go. He said he come in there and bought that ranch. Yes, sir.
How many acres does he have in this place there?
200 or 300.
Oh, it's big then.
Yeah, yeah. He said they damned him out. Yeah, his barn and his thing.
Oh, and now is that this up here where he lives
Yeah.
now? You're talking about?
Yeah.
200 or 300.
Yeah, and he,
Does he have cows on it?
yeah, he raised cattle. Yeah. And then he works at Fort Smith.
Oh,
He's worked ever since he come here, but he's got the cattle.
is he married or?
Yeah, him and Miss Fishback. I have one daughter, Irene, and her name's Irene, and the little girl, well, she's grown now, Irene.
Well, the mother and the daughter both named Irene.
Yeah.
Well, who used to live there before Fishback?
Well, Dan Summerhill lived over there.
Did he live there for a long time?
Well, good while. Then
In the
he,
same house?
huh?
In the same house that?
Yeah, no, the Fishback brought his lumber and built him another
Oh.
home. He trucked all that lumber in here if he could.
What happened to the old Summerhill house?
Well, I guess he tore it down and used some of the lumber building. He moved over a little up. And,
Did Summerhills used to come down to your place
yeah,
when you were little? Did they have kids that you played with? Or?
yeah, they all did. Then they had the marble ground was up there. The big one was up there on Weber by their house, Summerhill. That's where everybody gathered to play marble, mumble peg.
Oh, that was on up the creek then,
Yeah.
not at the mouth of Weber.
Yeah, on up the creek up there. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know whether you can get on up there past Tom Nolan's or not now since this awful rain in May.
Now, where does Tom Knowles?
Huh?
Did you
Tom
say?
and Norton, they live up there. You go through that, there in the mouth of Weber, go through that there hayfield or pasture, going up there and you come to their house.
That's If you're going south on the road,
Yeah, there,
To the
when you cross
cemetery.
Weber.
yeah, you cross Weber,
Yeah, no, you go north.
and then you turn north.
Yeah, go through that gate there.
Tom and Nona,
Yeah,
who? What's their last name?
Winston.
Oh,
Winston,
that's
Winston, yeah.
yeah. Your brother.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, they go up there.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about Decoration Day at Allison. Do you have relatives?
My
Are
mother
your
and
folks
dad
buried at
there.
Allison?
My brother's buried there.
Yeah.
Norton has two little nephew and niece is buried there. All her folks, most all is buried there. The Summerhill. Yeah,
So, is it Nona? You know,
no, Neoma.
Neoma.
The right name.
how's she
Call her.
related to Dan Summerhill?
Well, that's her brother.
It's her brother.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my brother.
And so, she grew up. Right around
Yeah. That's what she said. She grew up there. She's going to live there and die there.
there? Oh. But she grew up on the place that's now the Fishbacks.
No.
Oh.
No, she across from Tom Nones, you go on up through there and go up through the road and you come to this old house. It's abandoned about now, but it's an old Summerhill house.
Oh.
Used to be pretty when they all was there and kept it up.
Is that the only house up past?
Yeah, you go on and across the creek, and these rich people from New York
Oh.
is building over there.
So if you go up past Tom and Naomi's house, how far is it? Do you cross the creek first
Well,
before
yeah.
you get to the old Summerhill place?
No, you go on around and across the creek, and then there's that house over there across the creek out there in the field. And then you go on up through there, and there's Miss Powell's, and there's
Is that on the right side or the
yeah, the
left
right side Miss Powell is, and then her daughter's got a house there. Then you go on up through there, and my niece and her husband's got a house. The first you come to, then you go on to the house. Well, they've just built, and there's a house up across the road up there, and you go on. There's my nephew's house, my niece's house.
Oh, you have two nieces living up there?
No, I say my nephew and my niece's house.
Oh, okay. First you come to Mrs. Powell's house.
Then Donnie Wayne's house sits up on the hill up there. Then I've got to go see his house someday.
But you said he was in Arkansas, so
Yeah,
you're
that's
in
in
Arkansas
yeah.
by the time you get up
Now,
to his house.
when you pass this Summerhill house and go out there, you hit the Arkansas line.
Oh,
You're
it's
in Arkansas.
There's only the old Summerhill house before
Yeah,
you get to
in
Arkansas.
Oklahoma.
And which side of lived south of here?
On the road goes up here, you're right, going back.
One that goes up into the Haney Ranch.
Back to the side. Down here about a half mile. It goes up in there. And then they run up up here. Big old log house, but they tore it down. And his granddaughter built his son-in-law built this brick on it.
So when this was called Veroni, and they had all the cotton gins and stay mills and things, that would have been about 1920?
Well, then earlier than that, it's been in the teens.
So in the teens. And so it was a pretty big town then.
A lot of people here.
Did you estimate how many people were around?
Well, they took quite a bunch from the stave mill.
Stave mills, is that what they make barrels out of?
Where was that located?
Right down from my cut off down over that hill. That big pond in there now.
Going which way from like
Right off down that just southeast.
don't stay on the road?
They're right in town now.
Yeah.
And the cotton, or the cotton gin,
Was down in there.
it was down by the stave mill
Yeah, stave mill set on down below it.
on the east side of the road there.
You know what, that guy got that trap set up down there, that floor, that looked like gonna make a dance hall out of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just set off that down there, that little place down there. There's a well down there, about 100 foot deep.
Really?
They can't find it.
Can't find it.
Who drilled that well?
Well, the man Reedy had it drilled for the gin.
Huh.
And they had this tank, the boiler was 1,000-gallon boiler. It hold 1,000 gallon of water, and then support enough steam.
And how about the stave mill? Who ran that?
By the name of, I know the whole bunch of them. Pitts, Bill Pitts, Pitts and Bone, that's partners.
Any of their relatives still around?
Not the fact they never lived here. They lived still well.
Oh.
Pitts did, Bones, he was down in Louisiana somewhere.
Are these mostly white people running these big businesses?
Who had the store back then?
Comstock Brothers.
Comstock. What were their?
Back from Uniontown. They come over here and bought this old store from Rita. He bought Dave Rita out. And my uncle, the one I tell you about, that bear with Dan Duncan, well, they hired him on the store. He run the store. He was in there about 6, 7 years.
Which uncle was that?
Anderson.
What was his name?
Anderson?
Anderson. So how is he related to you? I mean, as an uncle.
On the mother's side. It was James' brother.
James's brother? How many? Do you know how many brothers James had?
3.
One was called Anderson.
Yeah, he was youngest one of them.
What was the other one's name?
Tim.
Tim?
Oldest name was Cy.
We've got Cy, and then James and Tim and Anderson. And it was Anderson that helped bury
No,
Duncan
Yeah.
up there. Do you remember just approximately when that was? Back in 1890?
yes, it was. The before I was born. But if he ever told me who the other 2 guys was, I don't remember.
Did they ever talk about Duncan?
Oh, yeah. He'd talk about it. He was a likable kind of fellow, but he didn't have nothing to do much with anybody. See, on the fence, he would like to make somebody that liked him. But if he told about Indian, he said he wouldn't talk much. And you find them now that come out of these schools. Their college education, they want to talk. I don't know why.
Did James have any sisters?
Yeah, he had one. That seemed me like her name was Mary. I won't be sorry. But we call her Mary, she's not dead anyway.
Back to the Seabold Inn, when they had people stay there, did they stay like just one night, waiting for the stage to leave? Did the stage come and then leave the next day?
They had a pet deer. People did. And if they didn't shut the door going upstairs, anything scared that little deer, he'd come in running. Right in the house. He slept upstairs and nobody was there.
A pet bear?
A deer.
Deer.
Little bug.
Huh.
So, when did they change the name from Veroni to Nike?
Well, that's not been too many years ago.
Not been too many years. Well, when you said that Veroni was a pretty big town back in the teens, was it still pretty big through the 20s and 30s?
Yeah, no. See, this stave mill out there just moved. It's got the timber out there to move. Take the mill and go.
It moved out of here because lack of lumber or what?
There's a lack of timber. It's mostly white oak. When you cut the white oak out, that's what they make whiskey barrel out of. Whiskey kegs.
Yeah.
Well, when you got the white oak all out, had nothing to do with red oak, black oak. Now the oil stave, make oil barrel. Well, they had a big supply of them then. They moved.
Yeah. Where do you know where they moved to?
By Stillwater, I think. Cotton gin, they quit growing cotton, and they just melted down.
When they quit growing cotton around?
About in the bad days, 30s.
30s? So that Micah was getting depopulated.
Oh, yeah. See that big odd fellow hole down there? That paraphernalia cost over $2,000 at that time.
For what was this?
The paraphernalia.
For what?
The clothes they wore at a funeral and everything. See, if that odd fellow died back then, I don't have it. Well, these odd fellow brothers, they all had vests, caps, and yokes they wore, and they were just beautiful. And it really took care of them.
Was it just like a club?
Well, it was you know how the Masons do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Only bells. And my grandpa, he was a Mason and a odd fellow.
Oh.
And I said, Pep, how did you do that? How do you get into that? Well, he said, tell you first thing you do, you got to be an awful good man. And you're supposed to be a big religious man, which I'm not, but he said, I do count myself a good, honest man. And he said, they all take me the same way. And that's how I got in on my honesty. But when he died, the odd fellow all went down. He was a grand master down out there. And they tried to file some candies working. They got wind some way that my grandfather had been an odd fellow, was the grand master of the hall. And they tried their best to get me down. Now I said, I'm not that religious. When I said, how did you know? I said, I've not got enough religion in me to be an odd fellow or a Mason either. One of them, and then he was both. They said, Dallas, I what? Somebody told you something. I said, I can tell you something. What? I said, you done violated the Masonic Lodge by inviting me in. You're not supposed to do that. Well, he said, you scoundrel, you said, don't you tell nobody else. No, I'd Mason. If I was a Mason, I wouldn't be allowed to find out to turn me out. If I was to ask you, I wish you'd come and join my lodge. Well, they found out I just asked you that much, they'd turn me out.
Sure.
But he could say, I'd sure like to carry your petition.
Oh.
That won't bother.
Everybody has to vote on it?
Yeah. And one black ball would turn you out, discard you.
So was it, when were the WPA days around?
Oh, let me see. That is long about 19 and 18, the best I remember. Maybe later, earlier than that, I don't know. They was pretty rough. They claimed that WPA, no, the WPA, I've got another, I'll say about WCU. WPA, no, got it in the 40s.
What's WCU?
That was an order that, like if your mother was living, and you'd be mean to her, and they found it out, they'd come and give you a warning. You wouldn't know who they were that had mask on. And if they heard of it again, you done had your first chance. That was the last one. They'd whip you with a wet rope, it was pitiful.
Do you remember what WCU stood for?
Yeah, the same thing.
What did it stand for?
WCU is some kind of order that.
It's not the Women's Christian.
Yeah, something like that. I
Women?
don't know what it was.
Was it women that
No,
ran it?
this is men. All of men. I know our doctor. He belonged to it. Him and his brother,
Who is this?
Dr. Shamlin. And he was mean to their mother. The doctor found it out. He told the ordered the little outfit that they had to go see about his brother. They went down there and warned him. Less than 2 weeks, they went down there, and his brother, the doctor, whipped him with a wet rope. First knocked him down to his fist, they said.
This Dr. Sanderson, you said?
Shamlin.
Samlin. He was a doctor around this area? When was that?
Oh, that, he
1918?
come in here about during the war. That's when everybody had the flu. And he was the only doctor we had, and he lived long.
Oh, he lived long.
Which
Come
one?
up here?
Oh, yeah.
During the Second World War?
First World
First World War.
1918.
Was he the only doctor around?
War. Only the medicine doctor. We had some Indian medicine doctors, but they'd kill you quicker than oops, not quicker than
What were some of their names, the Indians?
Well, one of them, he was Washington. I don't know what English they were, but you couldn't write it in Cherokee. Cherokee name was so much, this man could write it, spell it.
Well, since your grandmother was Indian, did she use the Indian medicine?
Oh, yeah, she believed in it. She believed in this witchcraft stuff like I know they do now, some of them. That they call it conjure. I know you've heard them talk about conjuring. Well, that's just sort of a witchcraft deal. She believed in that strong. Oh. Then they'd come down and wanted. They'd come down and no lady, this old Indian Washington, that wouldn't work. And she'd come up there and her folks tell my grandma, we want a side of meat. So we side of meat after it's cured out. She'd just go cut it down 100 tons. We need 50 pounds of flour. She'd go to the smokehouse and get that. Well, one time, come up there, I remember that grandma was gone. Grandpa sitting on the porch. This old lady come up, told him in Cherokee what she wanted. He said, I can't do it. And she told him, if you don't do it, I'll kill you. Have you killed? He told him, you believe in that stuff? I don't. You couldn't do nothing. Said, you and your whole bunch had no effect on me. She said, I'll show you. And he was glad. He wouldn't give her nothing. But she went back home, and her grandma come and he told her, laughed at her. She said, don't you worry. Said, less than a week, you'll have some bad luck. Oh, he said, I might, but I'd have it anyway. But it went on, and he had no bad luck or nothing. Oh, I guess 6 months after. He said, Ollie, he said, what? My bad luck never has come yet. When Lady Boston was up here. Or make a magic with laughing at him. And he laughed at it. Of course, he learned that seminary, one seminary school. So they didn't teach it. They was getting away from it those times. But there's some up there now, young. I mean, not in old year. I believe in that stuff strong. I know I used to play ball. And we'd play up in there. After I quit Fort Smith, I played Fort Smith.
You played baseball?
Yeah. And, I went playing the down ball to find out I was half bleeding and there's no guys just got to smoking and I got to laughing. I said, you want me to knock a home run? They just kept getting closer. And I called time out. I went to the manager and I told him, I said, Charlie, how do men get back? I said, I hate to swing hard. I said, sometime my bat slipped out of my hand. I said, I got a weak hand. Give me that, please. He told him to move. He said, he don't believe it, you can't do anything with it. Second ball, that old boy throwed out. I hit that ball, it went, I know it. Boy, got that ball down over here. Into the woods and went and never did find it. I just trotted around, come back around. I told one of these women, I said, let me smoke that pipe. Man, it made me mad. And this boy down there, he played ball, baseball. He went up there and they got smoking. And they used tobacco, chew tobacco. Went up there once and I got a cousin that lives up there. He believed in it. Oh, strong. He told Melvin, said, step over that base. Melvin said, wait till I get me chew tobacco. Levi kept hollering. He said, well, Levi, they can't do this. They can too. He said, they might if I believe it, but I don't believe it. He said, I just stood there. Well, he knocked the home run on. He come back up there. Then he went to one of the boys that's playing with me from here that chewed tobacco. He may chew tobacco. This boy went to bat again. The little boy gave him chew tobacco, and Melvin stood his mouth, got it good and wet. When he went to the base, he raised the base up, stuck that chew tobacco up. Oh, he said, you talking about mad. Ben still got mad when he done that.
So, WPA days, you said were in the 40s?
Something like that, right?
So were there a lot of people working on WPA projects around here?
Oh, yeah. Quite a few of them. Not everybody. But me. I never could get on it.
You never could get on. How come?
Well, I guess it was because of the guy that was the boss owed me. I never could figure it out there. And I got to work a day and a half on it.
What kind of jobs are they doing around here?
Building little culvert bridges, roadwork, building health ditches, clean out these little lagoons, down to the creek.
So pretty much everybody was working on this project.
Oh, yeah.
And Indians working on it too?
And different kind. Now, I got on that. That was called IECW, instead of WPA.
IECW. Is that at the same time as WPA?
We built this road through there. Cut the trees and laid the foundation of the road. This is going up through the little gap out of it.
You and that cat driver with the roll number of 9.
John Shadow, and never will forget that guy.
When was this road built?
19 and well, I worked when I started and helped finish it. Built all the bridges and so on. And I can't remember when it was. Years ago. But it was after the rough days, I know. I guess it's probably been 42 or 3, somewhere along there.
When did WPA quit building things down?
There's not been too many years ago.
Oh, really?
They've all got to get on relief, different relief. Sit around home and roll the money.
How did you get up north to Stillwell from here? Like like in the
What were the roads like?
teens,
Where
the
did the roads go?
19-teens.
You mean,
Where'd the road go then?
well, the road then crossed the creek right down here. Went on that side of the creek. You could cross the creek 21 times between here and Stillwell. You couldn't much more get out of it, you hit it again.
How long did that take?
Well, full day.
So there's a road going to Stillwell from here? Or in the roads heading up northwest from here?
We went right up this way, just followed the creek all the way up. Come out up that Cannon Spring, towards the creek.
So there was a road following the creek up there.
Also, took to the left, went up the hill.
Did it go over Brushy Mountain?
No, not from here. This road down here, and I went up that way. Went over Bushy.
Did one go to Low Gap?
Yeah. I had built that. Built all those bridges.
That's in the 40s too?
Something like that. I went to work on that. I remember that date as well. It was just 15th day of August. Hot. And I hadn't done nothing. I had nothing to do. I was make tires and about used all the timber. I think so. I think so. I went to work over here what's called Van Holland. And our boss was Canadian. Very big guy. And it was a Google eye. When I would revolve, when he turned his head this way, this eye head stay over here and directly go back across. Because I'd like all that boys, that's about half starved to death. And we cleaned out the rock, cutting out the right away. And there was rock up there about 8 foot wide, 6 foot one way each other, and about this thick. He said, before you guys get into that, carry it out. And I looked at him. And I said, there ain't 4 niggers in the river bottom to pick up that rock. And I said, you 4 guys pick that up, boy, I'll throw us like hornets. And I always was like that, but he said, man, I give that guy a cussing. Well, if I done not a pipe. Somebody had been stuck in trouble, put a great big old, this big a bush, tree. I had to shot the pipe. And I picked it up and carried it and threw it down. The more long I went, the man I got. And he said, shot me. And I said, it's done shot me. And he screamed down and he said, I said he shot me. Oh, I threw that pole down and grabbed me a rock. And 2 boys standing there and they both made a dive for me. Oh, don't do that, Dallas, don't do that. I said, I want that good God son of a bitch to pick off this rock, and I tossed it back and went on cold. Boy, he took off. He didn't stay, but he went. About 3 weeks after that, a whole bunch went down and got payday, got drunk. And another Sea boy lived with me. Me and him got the office whipping. I got both eyes black and mouth busted. And the old boy that whipped him tore his right ear down, broke his nose, and I don't know, boy, he butchered him up. And I was shot in my drilled up Dave Bradley, drilled in prison. And he said, come in there, and I kept my back to him. I didn't want him to see my face. I wore a big black hat. He said, Nelson, I said, what? I said, turn around here, let me look at you. I turned around, I couldn't see him, but this on this eye. He laughed. I'm glad he said, I was wondering why you kept your back to my sea when you did. I laughed at him. He said, who done that? I said, oh, no, Bob and them sea right. Well, he goes on up to the next bunch of guys working now. He run into Joe. Man, he was so beat up. Went on up to his 3rd bunch. He said, you know, I guess I left down here in Van Holland the other day when we first started. Just in time. A fellow by the name of Gord talked for. He said, why? He said, you see that boy down there? He said, he's a big husky guy. And he said, and then go look at Nelson. I said, I mean that Nelson, I'd kill that boy. It wasn't me at all. I never had no trouble with him. Well, that evening, one of the boys went that way, come down, he Joe's store down there. He come down to the back, and I was down there, and he laughed. He said, did you whip Joe? I said, no, I didn't touch Joe. Me and him got no trouble. He said, who whipped you? I said, Champ. That was Joe's cousin. And he was high school boy, finished high school, and he was a boxer in school. I never touched him. All I done was punch the head. Well, he said, Joe like got his head beat up. I said, yeah. Ben Pinkerton done that, him and another boy. I said, every time Joe would get bent down, I said, this other boy put him up. And I said, you didn't give him a chance. I said, that's what you told me. I said, I was done. That old guy began to like me. He moved me and transferred me out of this county over to Adair County. Adair County, Cherokee County.
Golden Road all the way?
Oh, yeah. I left here at Dynamite Man, shooting these bluff roads down. I went from in to Cherokee County shooting them. We had one of both, had the name of Smith. He was about a half Indian. Big fella. And he whipped them old bosses, leaders. He didn't know how to work. Never had done nothing, only just walk around. Mother took care of him. They'd tell him not to go to work, but they wouldn't tell him what to do. That old guy took me up. I said, I'm going to take you up there, turn you over to the meanest guy in that county. I don't care. And said, he'll whip you. I said, you just think he will. I said, how big is he? They weigh about 240 pounds. I said, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. That's all I said. And he said, you look him over. Second day I was up there. I was on the road what they call Turkey Bluff Road.
What's that?
Just the road that took right across that hill down there. That hill was a Turkey Mountain. So he drove up with me. All right, Nelson, here's your man. Well, I said, jump him out here. Look him over. I was checking all the other boys that's going to work. He come out there and stopped out with the two boys. He looked at me. I spoke to him, he spoke. I said, as soon as you get down the base, I want your roll number and your age, your name. So when I got down there, I turned around and I said, what's your name? Frank Smith. How old are you? He told me. I said, you using your mother or your father's roll number? No, you're too young. Mother. Who was she? He told me, and I took it down. I said, Frank, let's go down here and I'll show you what we'll do. I said, you can work for me a while. All right. Went to the toolbox and I said, get one of them crowbars out there. We go down this road and lift these rocks up while we get a rock under them. And then we'll shoot them on top of dynamite and break them so they can move mine. All right. And we had a one crowbar that weighed 16 pounds, the biggest one in there. It was this big, square end, and that's the one he got. I didn't have to do anything, I just put a rock on it. He lifted myself. I worked 3 weeks, and when I left there, I turned the dynamite shooting over to him. He shot 26 shots that last day, and I was out just one shot right after another. Lighting with the fuse. And I had shot with the fuse so much, I noticed about how far to put them. I told him, I said, now, Frankie, you down here, you know how we've been doing here. I said, when I holler, you light your first fuse, and then I holler, fire in a hole, and you get back out of the way. Well, when I got up there, they in the holler, just a minute I heard him fire in the hole. But this old Canadian was standing there. That shot began to go off. He talked, and I counted the shots, he said, all went off. Looked down, I said, Talbot, did you count them shots? There's 26 of them. That's right. He said, tell me who done the shooting. I said, Frank Smith. He said, you don't mean to tell me you learned him now? I sure did. And I said, I found out why he whipped them other guys. They wouldn't tell him what to do. And he didn't know what to do. And I said, I took him out with me. Right? And I said, you see? I said, I didn't get no whipping. And I said, I recommended him to you as a dynamite man.
So the way you make these roads is just dynamite first and then go through with a grate all?
When I went up there on that Texas Leopard, there was no boy trying to shoot that dynamite, didn't know how. And he had a straight wall built up by 4 foot out of the firm across the road. All they had to do is shoot this on the road like that. You already had the foundation under the dirt. And I shot this line, it was about 60 feet long, 18 inches wide, and I guarantee you, when the widest place for no 20 inches. That flint rock, when you busted it over, just come straight up. He learned how. I learned how to load it. And I come home. One thing out, they sent me to what you call Pumpkin Hollow. And this old guy, Tom Pumpkin, was timekeeper. He got drunk on the day went to time, he got about around $3,000 a check. Got drunk and lost on the pond. Every guy come out on the job. Water standing, and they would ditch that water out, getting rid of the mosquitoes. That's PW. And this one was WPA. And I had a cousin in Oklahoma City, was a bootlegger, him and his wife. And they go down to Louisiana and get the whiskey and come back this way. Not where you come over that hill this side of the Big East Creek Bridge that was way down.
Yeah.
They were putting a culvert in down there. Sign right on top of the hill. WPA, slow, minute work. And he drove up there and stopped. His wife drove up. He said, Georgie, what? He said, that's muddy down there. I don't know where I've got to go. And when you get there, did you come off this road bed? He said, you got this car in second, and you can lowboard it so we can get through it. He said, that's what I'm going to have to do. You have to follow me. Well, my sister lived right across the creek, and here they come. He got over there and stopped. 2 loads of white horse whiskey. And that time was the best whiskey made. And he said, I got to the top of that hill, and I said, slow, and it worked. And he said, that wasn't no lie. That was the biggest truth I ever seen rode on a road. I said, why, Dan? There was one man in that ditch, Lee Weaver. And he was a slow motion guy. He said he was going down with that shovel as I started down that hill. And as I passed by him, he was raising it up.
What was this guy's name?
Lee Weaver, the one that had the shovel. And he said, when I looked around, he said there was about 20 men laying out there in the shade. That one poor old fella. And they're working slow by himself.
So this was back in the 1940s when all this construction
all this
was going
whiskey
on.
was being delivered in here.
There's a lot of moonshining going on then?
Is there a lot of stills around here? Anybody make their own?
Well, in 1926, I lived in Jacktown.
And where?
Jacktown.
Jacktown. Where's that?
That's down north of Moffett now.
Oh.
Well, this I-40 goes right down through where I live. And every house down there is making rich just selling it.
Down on the main road?
Don't pay off the road a little bit. Off mine, I would make it and sell it. My wife never used to it. Our folks didn't suppose the whiskey at all. She come down there, she didn't know what to think. And I went to sell home brew in the summer. Make my own home brew. You ever drinking of it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a good cold bottle of home brew, see? I never do it like beer, though. I always drink whiskey.
So this Nike was getting pretty depopulated back in the 40s. A lot of people moving out.
Not too many.
Most people are still staying here.
How about in the 30s? Did people move out in the 30s?
Quite a few of them had that. Most of them went to California.
Yeah.
Them as could get there.
doing that just because all the cotton and corn was playing out?
Fruit. There's a guy come out to me from California, drove a brand new car in here to me and my wife, kids, go out there. Said, all I want you to do this, and I didn't know the man. I had been recommended. I said, he said, all I want you to do is go out there and get on the tractor and work. And he paid me a lot more than I'd get here. And I wouldn't go. When I left Market or Jacktown, I gave the boy that's with me one of the biggest whiskey steers in the country. I offered the 16 50-gallon barrels of mash in my tank. It just fit down in the wagon bed. It was just as deep as that wagon bed was deep. And went into the, had a dome on top with 5 pipes in it, 4 pipes in it. You talk about making whiskey, you can make the thing. And I just give it to him. And he run it about 2 years and he got caught with whole out. Went to Fort Leavenworth a year and a day.
All right. Year and a day. Is that what they were giving people for that?
Come in.
No.
Ooh. Want you over that game,
Oh, didn't know the wind was going to blow. We'd have been over there.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Down. Well, I named those 2 or 3 of them all over. But it's just some green sometimes. And there was a little vine growed in the low bottom. Knowing where branches went down through. They called it wild beans. Both very good. I really like it. You ever eat it?
No.
I imagine on Arkansas River, long and low places for the ground that's moved in and set down. I imagine a lot of it grows there. It goes in or settle in dirt. Down so far that you can break it. Going down below that, tough, you can break. And then they go and break that off to all the tender point and then cook it just like you cook green beans. They call it wild beans. Most people, when the white people got eating it, they call it tenderfine. They had 2 names for the same thing. White people called it one thing and then you call it another. And the mushroom, what we all call whisky, or they call them mushrooms. And they grow. There's 3 or 4 different kinds of them. There's one grows up like a frog stew, so the umbrella shape. That's when they grow in well, they grow them now. They got a place over here at Marble City. Back in that dugout where they dug all that rock out. The government put one guy in there, but I don't think he's smart enough to work it. Now it died out. And it's pretty expensive. And this we had here, some of them little folks too like. And then that wizard they called it, it growed up in the bunch. It's come up and just keep getting bigger, just putting on more. So they'll be that big a bunch. When you got that to eat, you throw that all to pieces, washed it good and clean. Most of them washed it in soda water. So the really sure get clean. And they put that in a big vessel, put it on the stove and boil it. When it got done, my grandma, she would make a kind of a gravy of some kind, put a little meal in it, thicken it. And that was good. It just comes once a year in the fall of the year in September after rain. And it's awful as fast as they go overnight. This bomb on the night about this big. Day after tomorrow, that'd be this big.
That stuff's just going wild around here.
Yeah.
How much of their food could people get just collecting wild things around here? Plus their gardens.
Well, look, they go to the garden, can them, dry them, But that stuff, you couldn't dry it. It just, you tried to dry that mushroom stuff, it just dry right away. Dry up. No good. In spring of the year, that eat onions, wild onions. You know you got them.
Yeah.
Poke salad, stuff like that. And it always proud when spring of the year comes. And you have to run over some of them old Indian women early. Break the leaves back, get that little wild onion and got that top. Now these people from here, in the spring, before these wild onions gets up there, they go to their degree to set them scooping. Go up and stay all day long. I used to stay with that old here, but then the eagle. His wife had $100,000, and he had 3 automobiles. He had a Oldsmobile, two Oldsmobiles, one 7 passenger, one 5, and he had a Studebaker Tesla. And then his stepson, the hard man, he stayed there all the time. And I remember one spring, we got up early one morning, there's a big bunch of Indian women there. And we went down to McCook. I didn't know what was going for, but we went. And they took the number 3 wash tub, big. And then when we got out and they got picking them onions down there on what's called Turkey Creek, we got ready to come home, they had them well onions. And on our way home, them men had the 7 passenger car, cutting the roots off of them. They cut them every one, they had the heads on them. We got home, they just kept cutting, kept cleaning. He started cooking. He bought a case of eggs before Smith would come. Man, I told Willie that was different. I said, I ain't gonna stay around here, not me either. We took off, went over there about a mile, not that far. Stayed overnight. Next morning, come back over there. Boy, they were just laying on that porch. They had big porch all along the front. Well, you know where that blacktop takes off the east up, run over here? On top of that mountain. Big brick house on this side. And what this merchant lady live down here. You look like when you're going up that mountain.
By the water tower?
Down this side. You know the road, blacktop goes over to your left. Well, that sign says Bell Front Indian Church.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's White House down there. That's when he lived in.
Who was that?
Jim Eagle.
Sim Eagle.
And that's why they'd collect up. That old lady had money. And she didn't mind spending. He didn't either. So they gang up and
90,000 on.
at 100.
100,000.
Yeah.
He died, living off the well, not the rest of it.
County Verities. Her last check when she died.
This is the Eagle?
He got 2 new cars a year, owes his money back.
That's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
I hit oil on his last land. I found he had all that oil out. Well, where was it, Cal?
What is that close to Barnborough? I forget the name of the place.
Up by Barnstall?
Over here west. Oklahoma somewhere.
Yeah. It's up in northwest Oklahoma. A lot of oil up there. There's no oil around here, is there?
I don't know, about 15 wheel cats out of that mountain.
Yeah, that's natural gas over there.
Maybe. I don't know about nobody. Or Reinhardt.
There's something they wouldn't cap it off.
They come in here last spring when we booked the last 3 rigs in here.
They're laying them about a mile apart.
Hardly that far, something.
They're going to hook them up pretty soon. Then.
Well, they had gas all around down here in the bottom now.
Is that right?
That's the Bay outfit, what is it called? I forgot. They come through, you know, and take it.
Sassafras and buns?
Seismic rising or whatever it is, you know.
Yeah,
They done
seen one of them rigs sitting up above Reinhardt's ranch. Sitting up by this roadways.
They got mineral rights to all this land or something?
Yeah, when they leased it, they get the mineral rights and all.
Is Reinhardt still trying to buy more land around here?
No, Reinhardt sold out.
I mean, Kurt Singer.
First finger. No, it's sold.
He's
Yeah.
got all
He's
he
got all
wants.
he needs.
He
They
found
had a
out
big
from
auction here not long ago.
Oh, yeah. Sunday people bought bluff up here. Did
You buy it back down in Norton?
I think he got control of it or something, and they say, I don't know.
Gotta turn this off.
I'll let it run.
He's a pretty young guy, too. I seen him the other day down that ridge.
Is he real? I haven't met him yet.
I doubt if he's 50-year-old.
I don't think he is.
He's in his 40s, I guess.
Tom Welch going to get that land?
Yeah, Tom got his land back.
I thought he was still, they were going to take it to trial or something.
I don't
No,
He's
when
already
he-
got it?
When he found out, they found out his poor bud, the land wasn't restricted.
Yeah.
The land was restricted. The Texas hadn't never been moved. They had to get back to him then.
Yeah, Tom got his man. And Jim Lynn's van. They had 20 acres of his over there once. He told me you better not sell that. He tried to sell it. Someone bid on it. He told him better not buy it. That belonged to him.
That Lynn Van?
Yeah, Jim over there.
Yeah.
Man over there.
Yeah, I met him quite a few times. Somebody told me that Lock Whiteskin's moving back in on Blackbird.
Huh?
Somebody told me that Lock Whiteskin is going
Yeah.
to move back and take that land on Blackbird.
Well, they had land in there, didn't they, Dallas?
Yeah, that's never, that was restricted too and it's never been sold. They're moving back in now.
There've been
Lots of
several
that land
guys,
bought up if he took back.
there've been several guys come in here that said that they lived long enough to ever see the Indians, the government take all this land back, restrict it, and give it back to the Indians. Well, they're working on it now. Places. See, they got a lawsuit now against Fort Smith, chocolate big place.
Yeah.
That little neck that runs down where the state line goes down. Well, Cherokee didn't have anything to do with it. After it crossed the river, and got back on this side where Cherokee was. It's on the other way, that little strip that goes down through there, I think it's 13 acres claim. Right below the chocolate. That's why I asked you where those things
No.
I got a bill in Congress now that's supposed to do away with all that stuff. Huh? No, not that one.
Been not too long.
Hmm?
Been not too long. 1907. That's 71 years ago. They should have done something that long ago for one.
You remember when the first car, we got the first car around here?
I remember the first time I've seen the sheriff in this county, John E. Johnson, drove it up a picnic over his shore. It was about 19, I reckon, 15 or 14, somewhere along there. People gangs around it, first they did around the first half end. This time,
Is he kin to the Johnsons down at Rocky Point?
But now where they used to have picnics all the time, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't that where they used to have the picnics all the time
Yeah.
up there?
Where was that?
Goes down where that mountain is. That was the store.
Is that right? I know it used to be a baseball diamond.
Yeah. They used to have picnics there. I remember when I was a kid, I go to
a perfect steady.
Yeah.
There was trees growed out on them, grapevines all over it. The best shade.
Yeah, they cut all the shade trees down now.
Shame.
There was one big old tree about this big, stood right there.
Yeah,
Big
it
old
was 72 years old when they cut it down.
Have they ever found anything over there?
A lot of dirt.
No, All they'll ever find.
That spring just across
You
that
know-
road back there.
Yeah.
Used to be a good spring.
Not much anymore.
Hasn't been taken care of.
Yeah, not
That's
today.
still up.
It's going back in.
You know that Duncan Spring?
Yeah.
They used to be some big sweet gums stood down. One of them was all monster.
Really?
And my grandpa said that the guy that worked in that band by the name of Payne, he worked that place. And he had a couple of niggers working for him, brothers. And they got the idea there was some money hid there somewhere, and they got some machine of some kind, and they found it. And it was down there at that spring, right where a couple of those roots come out, rolled down in there.
Is money hid there?
It was enough of that bottom river bottom farm piece. And they found it, covered it back up. That following night, they both left. They didn't know where they went to.
The Paynes lived on that land? On Duncan's before?
He traded, leased it from Duncan. And they worked it. Had these two colored guys. I knew one of them well. He worked for me some. He was old. He could talk Cherokee just like a fool.
What was his name?
Van,
What was his first name?
Jess,
Jess Van?
and Abe was the two boys. Worked for him. Well, after they left, they left off track of them and nobody tried to find them. And a few years after that, they heard of them. That's down there. Right where I lived whenever I got married. And they owned all of that at one time. And I talked to Jess. I said, how come you, where'd you get the money to buy that? Oh, he said, that's been a question been asked to me 1,000 times, and I couldn't tell him. I said, you couldn't or wouldn't? I said, both. I said, if I was to tell you where you got that, would you believe it? I know it. I might. I said, you got it at Duncan Spring. He said, who told you? I said, my grandpa. Then he turned into talking Cherokee. Several white people sitting down there. I laughed at him. I said, why, nobody living now that was living then.
Do you speak Cherokee? Did you ever speak it?
Yeah.
Well, was this Van, was he a descendant of the slaves maybe? Or
Yeah.
did your great-grandfather have
Great
slaves?
He had slaves.
Joseph and Nancy?
That's their children's grave up at Seaboard Cemetery.
Oh,
On
yeah.
that rock,
Uh-huh.
that was the first two that were there.
Were they named Scott,
I
the
don't know what
slaves?
the name, but they might have told me, I don't remember.
South, who was that? They had court up here at South all once. Out here getting tell about it. Claimed he couldn't talk English. They made him mad and he went to talking English. Who was that?
Oh boy, it was man Garvin had one of them van boys working for him, and he got sick. He wanted to feel bad. I took him over to Fort Smith. That's when St. John's Hospital was over there. Put him in the hospital. That Indian thought he was going to die. He called the doctor and told him, said, you get old man Garvin up there, I'm going to die. No, you ain't going to die. Yeah, he done told me. Well, they told old man Garvin, he come up. Said, what do you want, Jim? He said, I'm going to die. How you know? Well, he said, I want to tell you, Ben, all them cattle you had me to steal for you. He said, I see them every one. That old man said, send him to asylum, he's lost his mind.
Is this one of your relations?
Nephew,
Clark Polecat?
Jack.
Hmm?
Jack Polecat.
Got to introduce ourselves. You've already met him.
That's my sister's come in, a crippled woman.
Oh,
She
that's
had
clear.
been broke up, burnt. They used to live over there. Out on Granville place, little old house. One of those old king heater stoves, 10. In the front of it's got a little hole about the big. You get a big fire and that blaze will come out of puppet. She got up one morning with an outing gown on. When she turned around, that stove sucked that tail in there, caught it fire, and she flew out to run. And my uncle was standing with her, and she run out of her room into his room, and he was still in bed. And when she was screaming, he just looked, seen her coming, he just jumped up and grabbed the quilt off his bed and just wrapped her up in that quilt. Boy, just cooked her back. And I got word that told me this was you could, and I went over there. Well, I had to take the first aid. When I got over there, they had put some kind of oil all over her back. Linseed oil, I believe it was. Man, I said, who put that junk on her? This old lady said, and I said, I did, that's the best stuff. I said, yeah, to drive that heat on in. I said, why don't you get you some salt, Epsom salt water, and just keep a wet rag on it. I said, yeah, we didn't know. Well, as soon as the doctor got down, he went in and looked at it. He was like I was. What do you know doing that? Put that oil on. That woman said, well, I did. I thought that's the best thing to do. You know, he said, you always got Epsom salt. Put on that. If that'd draw the fire all that, it wouldn't burn half that bad. She's got off the car in the back. That's what draw her over. She used to stand up straight. She fell and broke one leg. Went to postman, stayed in there, cut in there and wired it back together. Come in, fell out of a chair and broke the other one. She broke both hips, both legs, besides that burn.
Well, I guess we've taken up about